Oh boy. Hello everybody. It's me, Jake. It's Tuesday, January 25th. Anything can happen. It's anything can happen day. Oh, I'm trying to get used to whatever it is that we're trying to get used to now. It's always some new thing we're trying to get used to. Hey Dave, good to see you, sir. Yeah, got my Bible story ready. David, hello. Man, there's all kinds of stuff is happening at our front door right now. I don't know who the hell this is. Yeah. Looks like it could be the gas company. I don't know. They just walk right in and make themselves at home. Ouija, greetings to see you. Hey, Ouija, I read your email. I saw it. I like the survey. I think it's a great idea. Let's go. Happy first Wednesday, even though it feels like second Monday. Yeah, no kidding. Pick, good to see you. I just got back from this corporate gig that I was on last week. I got back on Friday, right before I saw you guys. And then I went and got tested after Belinda and I were in here with our masks on. Oh boy. And I tested positive. I've got the Omicron, I think. Well, they don't tell you what variant you've got. But I tested positive for COVID on Friday. So I've been isolating and hiding in the house, separate from Belinda, Lady Jerry, and little Jerry. And so now I'm just waiting to test again so I can get approved to go out. So I think I told you I got to Boston, and I was pretty tired the first day. Thought I had jet lag, and then Tuesday I was also tired. Then I felt fine the rest of the weekend. Then came home Friday and tested positive. Sound fine, feel fine, Earl. Thank you. Yeah, I went down and swam in the ocean today. I mean, I wore my mask. I was 25 feet away from anybody. But yeah, I feel great. Yeah, Belinda the Blinker will not be joining us today. David. Jake and the Varinus finally meet. Yeah, Rachel, we did. I picked my variant. I feel like of all the variants, this is the variant that you want, whichever one I got. Rich, you just tested positive today. I'm glad that you feel good. Or okay, as you're saying. Yeah, it just seems like it's one of those things that we're all going to get it. Congratulations. Hooray! Hooray! I finally got the COVID. And I'm supposed to go to Minneapolis next week. I forgot that I had that on the calendar because it wasn't on the big calendar in here. And now it is on the big calendar. But Wednesday, provided I can test negative before then, which is, I think, going to be happening, I'm flying to Minneapolis for a weekend next weekend. Is it proper to put a mask over a snorkel? Mark, I think that's waterboarding. You can't do that. I don't know. What's the one that comes after the Omicron? You think the fatigue is one of the biggest indications of this one? You bet you've had it, Dave. Well, could be. Cindy, you're saying bad connection or something, blaming it on some zero temps. Yeah, I know, it's cold. I was just checking Minneapolis weather because I'm hoping that I'm going there next week, and it looks cold. COVID doesn't give up. It's unavoidable. It's relentless. This COVID is relentless. It keeps trying. Can't get in the front door, tries the back door. But anyway, I can smell all the things, Dave. Don't try and sneak any farts out. I can smell them. I can smell, I can taste, I can do all the things. I can go swimming in the ocean. I worked out, sleeping great. It was 50 in Alaska over the weekend. That's crazy. All right, so Zeta Jones is the next variant. Oh, David, now I wish I'd held out for the next variant. Silly Omicron. Oh, as you all know, Oh, wait. Will I be on KQ92? Leslie, is that Tom Bernard's station? If it's Tom Bernard, I think I will be on. If it's somebody else, one never knows. But Tom had me on when I was there for the anniversary. Virtually, I was on one. So I'm hoping I'll get to be on. You can always try and catch the new ones. Yeah. I guess I could. Try and catch the new variants. My understanding now is you get vaccinated so that you won't be as sick, but it doesn't. I just don't understand. I'm not even really positive exactly why I'm quarantining right now. I mean, I get it. I don't want to be a threat to anyone else, but it's tricky. Where am I performing? I'm performing at Acme, Jeffrey. Yes, I'm going to be at Acme in Minneapolis next week. That's the February 2. Is it 2? 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. February 2, 3, 4, 5 at Acme next week. Yeah, Dave. I've got the Rona. I got the Omicron. Or maybe I got the next one. Maybe I got the one after the Omicron. Maybe I'm the first guy to get the Catherine Zeta-Jones variant. No, I don't think I have COVID. I tested positive. I went and got a test after the show on Friday. Jeffrey saw me at the Vic back in 1989. Man, those were the days. I think I still have the poster for that with good old sweet Jerry Seinfeld. So today, it's time for the Bible story. Yeah, Jen, thank you. Is Wile E. Coyote opening? David, no, he's not. Wile E. Coyote may do a guest set, but he's very busy. Leslie, your birthday is the 5th. Maybe you treat yourself to a show. You should treat yourself to a show. And you should also pick up a nice souvenir t-shirt after the show. Got a lot of sex robot t-shirts I'm trying to unload. And they're great birthday gifts. All right. Today, there's no way you nailed the haircut with a Flowbee. For real? Hug your wife. Summer, yeah. This is the Flowbee. This is all Flowbee right here. I can do it. Happy Australia Day. Oh, yeah, well, that's nice. Cindy, you're saying, remember when you said light whiskey was awful? Well, light vodka isn't as bad. That's your PSA? Light vodka, it just sounds weird. I don't have any VHS tapes, Rich, but I do have some DVDs. Remember those? You can put them in your DVD player, or you can just use them as coasters for your beverages, for your light vodka. Today's Bible story, because it's Tuesday, I do have a Bible story. How bad do I actually feel? Not bad, Jen. I feel great. So today's Bible story is Esther becomes queen, and I'm just going to plow through this mofo. Esther becomes queen, and Xerxes, also known as Ahasuerus. I like Xerxes better, don't you? It's 2 X's in that if you're keeping track at home. So Xerxes, I believe, is the king from the Thermopylae 300. I believe the movie 300. I think that, or the story, Thermopylae. The story. It's a story about the Persians and the Spartans at Thermopylae, the hot gates, and I think Xerxes was the king for that. But it could have been more than one Xerxes. It's such a good name. Mask mandate here in Minneapolis, but if you were infected, you'll be fine. Yeah, well, I'm going to wear the mask. So Xerxes was a powerful king who ruled over the entire Persian Empire, from India to Ethiopia. In the 3rd year of his reign, he gave a great feast, which lasted for over 100 days. That is a party, ladies and gentlemen. We had a weekend kind of wedding celebrations when we got married, but a 100-day party, Holy crap. That is... There's no way Jake Fest is going to last 100 days, Ouija. I'm glad you didn't even put that in as an option on the survey. The marble pillars of his palace were hung with silk, and the floors covered in silken carpets. Even the beds were made of silver and gold, because you're going to need beds for a 100-day party. His guests drank priceless wines from golden goblets studded with jewels. This Xerxes... This is like bottle service. That's in Vegas. This is only it lasts 100 days. This is beyond anything that we really can compare it to as just mere people who go out and have a drink every once in a while. One night, Xerxes sent for Vashti, his queen, for he wanted to show his guests how beautiful she was. I don't know how many days into this party Xerxes is like, could you get Vashti? I want to show everybody how beautiful she is. But Vashti refused to appear. You're drunk, Xerxes. I'm not coming to your party so you can pinch my butt and show off my assets in front of all of your party guests. At this, the king went into a fury and gave orders that Vashti should no longer be regarded as his wife. You're no longer regarded as my wife. All right, Vashti, if that's even your real name. All right. Messengers were sent in every direction to bring the palace numbers of beautiful maidens so that the king might choose for himself a new queen. This is what it's like to be king back in the day, back when Xerxes was kinging it up, having 100-day parties and firing his queen. He's like, just go get me some new queen candidates. We're gonna do a kind of a queen pageants or something. What do you name it? I'm not in charge of naming those things. Now, in the royal household, there was a Jewish man named Mordecai. He had brought up his own daughter, a cousin. He had brought up his own daughter, a cousin called Esther, a young girl of outstanding loveliness. I don't know what this means, his own daughter, a cousin called Esther, but that's the children's Bible sometimes can be a bit confusing. But anyway, Mordecai has got a daughter named Esther, who, when all the candidates were gathered together, Esther was among them. And with her sweet nature, she soon won favor with the keeper of the women's apartments. Mordecai visited her every day, just coaching her up for her new queen job. He impressed on her the importance of never revealing that she was from Judah, for he was afraid that the king would not favor a Jewish girl. A lot of anti-Semitism going around in the old Bible. This we know. If the Old Testament tells us one thing, it's rough. It's rough. It's hard out there for the Jewish people. For 12 months, the women were tended with greatest care, bathed in oil of myrrh, massaged with costly creams. These are not the cheap creams I'm massaging you with, ladies. These are the costly creams. Their faces expertly painted, their hair brushed until it shone. One by one, they were sent in to be inspected by the king. Oh, the king's doing an inspection, is he? It's time for the king to do his lady inspection. Here we go. When it came to Esther's turn, he knew he had found the woman he wanted. Without wasting more time, Xerxes married her and crowned her queen. You're the new queen! F that bitch Thanos or whatever. What, I can't even remember her name anymore. Vashti, that's it. I can't. I'm sorry I brought it up. All right. One day, during the course of his duties, Mordecai overheard two men plotting to assassinate the king. He told Esther, and she at once informed her husband, who had the culprits arrested and hanged. So this Esther is more than just a sweet, good-looking lady. Xerxes made one of his officials, Haman, chief of all his ministers and commanded his subjects to bow before him. This Mordecai refused to do. Mordecai won't bow to Haman. He's all about saving ass when it's somebody else, but when it's him, he's like, I'm not bowing to Haman. Haman, enraged by the man's stubbornness, determined to take revenge not only on Mordecai, but on the entire Jewish people. This is this anti-Semitism again. He told the king that these people were different. They would not obey his laws and should be destroyed. Xerxes told Haman, deal with it, deal with them as he wished, and gave him his signet ring. You take care of that. You want to kill all the Jewish people? Here's my ring. I'm busy. I'm overseeing some other things and buying costly creams for Esther right now. All right. So Haman issued an order sealed with the king's ring that on an appointed day, every Jewish person, man, woman, and child, should be put to death. The Jews are in a tight spot, not for the first time. Meanwhile, Mordecai, appalled and terrified, went to Esther and told her what was planned for their people. He begged her to plead with her husband, the king, to spare them. Is for this purpose that you become queen. I wasn't just trying to help you have a sweet life in the lap of luxury, Esther. I need you to save the Jews now. So go beg the king to take care of this. Pray for me, said Esther. I will go to the king. And if I die, I die. This Esther, she is a gamer. They really hired the right lady to be the queen of the Persians here. And it's a bit of a cliffhanger, because that's it for today. I know it was kind of a long one, but we'll see what happens to Esther next week. Spoiler alert. I think she pulls it off. So, that's your Bible story for today. If they had social media, she would have been canceled. Some Trump walking into the Miss USA pageant. Why didn't they spring for the priceless creams? Well, I don't know why they didn't. They did spring for the priceless creams. Flavia, welcome to the show. So I've got Omicron. You can figure that out later if you need to. Just checked. You got Jake's CDs, jakethis.com and Live at Cobb's. Good. Glad you got those CDs, Ed. Do you also have the DVDs of the other two, I Love You and Pictures of My Dinner? Because those are available only out of a bag at my show currently. So I'm happy to be here today. You know, I was looking through the New York Times and I happened to see, you know, they had this, the New York Times Magazine had this insert of, this issue that was about the people who passed last year of COVID. And I was surprised at the end of it to see Willie Garson. And I don't know if you know Willie Garson, if you remember him from Sex and the City. But that's Willie Garson there in the pink shirt. And Willie Garson was not a friend of mine, but he was a friend of mine. And we did go to my friend, and Willie Garson and I once spent I think it was 2 nights in Las Vegas for my friend's bachelor party. He was like, look, for the bachelor party, I just want to go to Vegas. We're going to go to Vegas. We're going to play craps. So I went to Las Vegas with my friend Googie and Willie Garson. And that was, I think I saw Willie a couple times after that, but that was when I met him. And he was just such a sweet, very funny guy and super fun to hang out with. We just had a great time, the three of us. And man, when I saw this, 1964, that's when Willie was born. I was born in 1960. So Willie was a little younger than me. Gone too soon. Pancreatic cancer, it says. But man, what just a funny, sweet person. And so I wanted to pay my respects today to Willie Garson. Man, another guy who I really wish I was going to run into again, because he was worth it. Definitely. So there you go. Do I ever think of selling my comedy catalog for big bucks like some musicians are doing? Yeah, that would be great, Jeffrey. I just need someone to put together an offer. I don't know that I don't know that I'm going to be able to get tens of millions of dollars, but yeah, I'd be willing to do that. Absolutely. Dave, you haven't worn the racing pants in a while. I got a pair, and Jen thinks they're the ugliest pants ever. Tell her she's wrong. She is wrong. She is wrong. You mean those plaid ones with the red black stripe down the side? Yeah, she is wrong. Those are great pants. I got another pair of those pants. I got another pair similar to those. They're more of a kind of a subtler plaid with a white stripe down the side. Yeah. David, Willie Garson was apparently an extremely sweet man. He was an extremely sweet man. All right. Ed, you're talking about getting the CDs on the phones. Yeah, well, you can rip those. Most recently, we would see Willie on the game show 25 Words or Less. Interesting. Yeah, he was busy. Yep, happy 62 this year. That's me. That's what's going to happen. Scott, I have to include delivery. Your comedy's all delivery. Well, when you buy the CDs and DVDs, I deliver them. I hand deliver them. I hand them to you because I sell them out of a bag at my show. So I definitely deliver them. Ouija posted the link to the Jake Fest questionnaire in the group, and it's out there. So I look forward to finding out more information. Sutler Plaid, all the rage. Yes. Carolyn, Sutler Plaid. They're a great band. They're a great band. You were here for my 60th. So weird. Yeah, Jen, this pandemic is going on a bit longer than I had anticipated at the beginning. Oh, my Lord. I was just writing a little card to our in-laws and my mother-in-law, actually, about how we want to come visit them, but this pandemic is not cooperating. And Jacinda Ardern, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, is going back into she's doubling down on the lockdown. So, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get there. Get well soon. We'll see you in the North Loop in Minneapolis. Jeffrey, I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. Rachel, you feel like you owe me royalties over all the times you quoted me over the years. I feel like if we start trying to collect those royalties as comedians, we're going to ruin a lot of things. Willie was amusing in fever pitch with Jimmy Fallon. That's good to know. I'll have to check that. Is it me, or is there a Varinus film on the lens of the camera? Varinus film? I don't know. Is there? It looks like it's fairly clear. Let me. Oh, how's that? How's that feel to you? Is that helping? Oh yeah. Is that good? Maybe that was just a hanky. Maybe that didn't work right. Let's do it here with the actual. This is a lens cleaning cloth, special lens cleaning cloth. How's that feel? Pretty good. Nice. Do you regret it? You glad you asked? Oh, okay. Well, that works out. COVID germs could be. Finally broke down and played Wordle today. That's how bad the effect the pandemic has had on you. Pick. Belinda, Lady Jerry has been all up in the Wordle, and she just got the archive of all the old Wordles, so she's really excited about that. Yeah, we've been playing the spelling bee on the New York Times app, and I like that. I like the spelling bee in the New York Times app, but I don't think. Belinda explained Wordle to me, and I just don't think I'm ready to Wordle up. I don't think that's going to happen for me. But there you have that. Well, it's been a good day. I don't have the thermometer out here. Mr. Predicto, do you think I'm over the Omicron? Should I test tomorrow?
I am confident it is
no. I can't tell if he's confident that I'm going to be negative on my COVID test, or if he's confident that I shouldn't test tomorrow. I'm not sure. That was confusing, and that's probably my fault. People out there getting together with your senior-aged parents if everyone is vaccinated. We have a family member turning 90 next month and can't figure out if a get-together is safe enough. Oh, Ed. Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? It's tricky, isn't it? I think if the 90-year-old is compos mentis, you got to bring them into it. But I would, you know, boy, I don't know. I don't know. I like to think if I was 90, I'd be up for it. But Lady Jerry's scared of me, and I don't think I'm scary right now. But what kind of camera am I using, Jeffrey? I'm using the camera that comes on the front of the iPhone. That's what camera I'm using. I was using the Mevo camera, but that thing was a bit dodgy, and so I'm thinking of. I can't decide. Maybe I should get a newer Mevo. That's going to work better, or Mevo was just problematic. Too many Wi-Fi, Bluetooth things have to happen, and then also stream it to Facebook. Too many things. Too many things. Flavia, Jake, do you think you might have gotten Omicron from the plane? Makes you worried to fly. Flavia, no, I don't think so. I think because I showed symptoms the morning after I flew there, I think that I already had it in my system before I left, and I think that maybe a couple of glasses of wine got my resistance down. Who knows? Is it true that I'll be at Janie's in Chicago? Jeff Hoover, yes, it is true that I'm going to be at Zany's in Chicago. It's going to be March 31st and April 1st and 2nd, Jeff. That's when I'm going to be there. So try and warm it up by then. I think it'll be in double digits by then. Gary, you're saying you just finished your day 5 quarantine. You just had a runny nose. Yeah, I got no worries. I got no worries. In fact, if it wasn't for Lady Jerry, I would just say tomorrow's my day 5 and go out about my normal life. But I feel like we have to take. So Jake gave Omicron to the people on the plane. He's a giver, not a taker. Well, Ed, I am a giver, but none of the people that I was around for this corporate event have had any kind of symptoms or come down with anything. So there you go. Visit WGN. Yes, I will visit WGN, Rich. That's who young Jeff Hoover works for. So hopefully I will be doing that. They just came up with an Omicron vaccine. Will you get it? Well, the horse is out of the barn on that Omicron for me. But yeah, I'm going to get all the vaccines. I'm getting all the vaccines. If you combine that vaccine with a little bit of that light vodka, ooh, delicious, and a splash of cranberry juice just to ward off your bladder infection. What's an April Fool's Day routine? No punchlines. No, I'm going to be doing punchlines at Zany's because the public demands it. Hopefully I'm going to be able to come up with as many punchlines as we need for next week in Minneapolis. So if you're in Minneapolis, I'll see you next week. That's 2, 3, 4, 5 of February. And if you're wherever you are, I'll see you guys on Friday. I'll be here on Friday. I've got a set to warm up for Minneapolis on Friday night at the Improv here, providing I can test negative before then. I think that'll happen. Dave Scott, you still watch my Letterman performances? Thank you. Thank you for watching those. They're available out there in the YouTube. Dave, we're all beyond vaccine IVs. Yeah, I'm a little worried about that. All right. It's time now for Seize the Day. Seize the Day. Yeah, Jen, I think my symptoms are over. I think I had the worst of it and it's done. I'm out of the woods. But who knows? All right. It's time for Seize the Day. And today's Seize the Day is from, oh boy, we might be getting close to running out of Seize the Days in here. Seize the Day. Today's Seize the Day is from Tony Robbins. Heard of him? He's got a free Life Changer seminar going on right now. I think it was this week or next week. You could have signed up for it. Love to you and your family too, Todd. Thank you. Today's Seize the Day, Tony Robbins. Trade your expectation for appreciation. Ooh. That's solid. I could quit right there, but there's more description in here. Trade your expectation for appreciation. Once you appreciate, you get out of yourself and you can't dwell on the obsessive stuff anymore. Suffering disappears when you no longer expect anything, but be grateful for what is. So, I is grateful that I had minimal symptoms. You could say even no symptoms. I thought it was jet lag with the Omicron, and now I get the bonus of the antibodies. But I don't expect those that are going to do me any good, because Tony told me not to get. He told me to get. I'm just appreciating. I appreciate that I feel good, and I appreciate this day. I had a lovely day today. Went for a swim in the ocean. Some old guy in a wetsuit said he appreciated the fact that I was in there without a wetsuit. That was great. Made me feel good. And some young people asked me how it was, and I told them it was refreshing. And then they got right in after me, and that made me feel good too. So those are the good things that happened to me today. I hope some good things happen to you today. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be nice to a jerk, but be extra nice to people who aren't jerks. And attitude of gratitude. Yeah, I put the COVID right in the ocean, Dave. Drink it all up. Buy some costly creams, Rachel. Please, buy some costly creams for yourselves. You deserve it. You deserve it. Don't give up. Don't give up. There'll be plenty of time to give up later. Wait, Ed, the new Omicron vaccine is supposed to go after all the currently known variants. All the usual. Round up the usual suspects. Shocked, I tell you. All right. Love to all. Costly creams for everyone. And see you on Friday for the happy half hour.